Hey guys, bit of a more random video that I'm making today, but I've been hit by a tad bit of inspiration. I've stated repeatedly on this channel that I'm like a fan of superhero movies, but I haven't described my thoughts on that many superhero movies or have watched superhero movies recently enough to get just opinions of them. So I thought right now that I'd turn this thing on and talk about a couple of the superhero movies that I just feel like I should talk about. So today I'm going to be talking about the two Hulk movies, and I went into these movies not really expecting that much from them because I've got the vibe that a lot of people didn't like the first one, and that it was because of that that the second Hulk movie really didn't turn out so well, and that something apparently happened that caused the actor playing the Hulk to change again, so when we get another Hulk movie, it's going to be different, because like I could tell in the Avengers that the Hulk there was different from the Hulk in these two movies. So, how did I feel about these movies? Well, the '03 Hulk, directed by Ang Lee and starring whatever his face is, I honestly cannot remember. That was a tough movie for me to get through because it's a pretty long movie already, and it was pretty slow paced. I never really felt too much for any of the actors, although there were a couple of nice moments in there, let me tell you, and the film possessed somewhat of a dark tone. I don't know, because like it wasn't too dark, it's just you got the idea that something was afoot, let me tell you, and like the Hulk is a pretty strange character because even though he is the good guy, he's so menacing and causes so many problems that even though the quote-unquote good guys, aka our military, are pretty much always against him, and that's kind of sad. And I felt that way in this movie because the military was against the Hulk. Bruce is trying to control his abilities, trying to reason with Betty, both as the Hulk and as Bruce, obviously. And that Betty's father is the one that's against him. Yeah. Of course, a lot of interesting parallels. But unfortunately, that interesting story really didn't do too much to like redeem the movie because it was still slow paced and such. And I gotta admit, it took me 4 like half-hour blocks or something like that to get through the movie. I did enjoy it, but just not that much, to tell you the truth. Will I rewatch it? Yeah, eventually, yeah. Because there's enough good stuff in there to justify it again, and who knows, I might actually like it better the second time around, absolutely. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Sam Neill as General, what's his face, oh yeah, Ross, yeah. He's great in that kind of character, and his voice, yeah, he's great. So I think I'm going to be somewhat generous to give this 3 out of 5, even though like with other bad movies out there, it was tough to get through, although compared to a couple of those other bad movies, this one was a lot better, let me tell you. Now, the Incredible Hulk starring Edward Norton. Now, I gotta admit, I really liked this movie because, I don't know why, there was just like this energy to it that just like, drove me in. Even though it was a bit confusing to figure out if this is a sequel or another reboot or a combination of both, because what they did with explaining the origin during the credits, that just sucked, yeah. But like Edward Norton as the Hulk, I sympathized with this guy because he's a lot more aware of his situation, he's trying to control his ability, and yet you get the idea that he's somebody that you'd find yourself liking instantly, and his relationship with Betty, yeah, you could tell that there was something between these two, and they weren't afraid to hide it. That was a good relationship, and I actually care for this couple, even though I'll admit Liv Tyler isn't too great of an actress, but, you know, she does what she needs to do. The battle scenes in this movie, they were a lot more fun to watch, and I do like how this time it ended up being, it felt a lot more like Hulk against the bad guys, and Even though I think Ross in this movie acts more like the bad guy, it just wasn't as bad or conflicting as it was in the first movie. And even though they reused the Abomination again, I gotta admit, when they eventually reviewed that, I was like, whoa! And I was nervous a lot when I saw him. And that fight scene, yeah, that was great. Now, that's not to say that I thought everything was perfect, because, as I stated, the origin was kind of confusing. The redesign of the Hulk, yeah, I don't totally like the more ripped appearance. I honestly prefer the more cliche appearance of how he looked in the original, where it's just only a couple of muscles appearing on him. That's just better. And, even the Avengers movie, it looks more like the old Free Hulk than the Hulk in this movie, huh? What else was I not particularly a fan of? I know that there's a couple of other nitpicks out there, but I'm honestly forgetting them. Oh, like the post-credits scene where Tony Stark is mentioning that they're forming a team. I gotta admit, this is one problem that I have with pretty much all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, before the Avengers come. Just, they mentioned that they're trying to form a team, but in the Avengers movie itself, keep in mind I've only seen the Avengers once, okay? But I remember a lot from it. The team just kind of comes together just randomly. It could be that I just have to get all the movies and watch them again. I'm not opposed to that, because I haven't seen any of those movies in forever, and I do need to give Iron Man 3 a rewatch, because I'm kind of conflicted on that, but, yeah, it just feels kind of out of place, especially with the Hulk. But then again, this was the only movie that I, never really had any interest in seeing before I saw the Avengers, because everybody brought up all the movies leading up to the Avengers movie when the Avengers was about to come out, except this one. Says something, doesn't it? Even though I didn't mind it at all, and I really liked it. So for this one, I'm going to give 4 out of 5. I bet a lot of you were thinking I'm 4.5 based on what I previously said, but I don't know, it's just what I decided to do, and part of me has honestly wondered why I have 4, 4.5, 4.8, and 5. I feel like I gotta get rid of one of them, or maybe both of them, even though there are times where I say a grey area between the others, but finishes that up. Okay, so that takes care of the 2 Hulk movies. I might bring up some more superhero movies at some point, I'm not entirely sure. See ya.